event for us today. Not only is it the first time that we have been here at the beautiful Lambert Recital Hall, it is our first double feature. Thank you for taking social cues. And we'll have more audience participation a little bit later. But right off the bat, one person I want to thank and have up here right off the bat is Christina Scott-Sayer, who helped make this whole event possible. Christina,
yes, welcome. Good afternoon. Most of you know me already from Next Rung and other Knoxville-based theater organizations. When I'm not doing theater in the community, this is my office, not this exact space, but I'm the artistic programming manager here at the Clayton Center for the Arts, and we were so very blessed and lucky to receive from the East Tennessee Foundation Arts Fund a grant this year, the Share Our Stages grant, which allows us to offer these types of events, spaces for these type of events, with the cost of the rental covered by that grant funding. Let's be able to reach out into our community to groups that maybe don't charge admission, or looking to explore new works, or who aren't doing Frozen Junior or some other, show that has that kind of like everyone's mom and grandma's going to come 5 times, and offer these spaces for these theatrical explorations, which I think are really, really important. So I just want to thank you all for coming today and spending the time with Harrison and with me too, and I know we're going to have a great time. So thank you.
Christina's really been a great teammate whenever it comes to working new works. Worked with her with the Dramatist Guild for our Footlight City Swap event a few years ago. If anybody watched that online with the Seattle event. Also, she was the dramaturg for a recent Next Rung event, 2 Bad Days, about 1.5 years ago. Did an outstanding job. So really, it's an honor to get to work with her again in that way. It's also an honor to get to work with many of you in here. Who in here are writers? We'll find out. We kind of got something together here. And I know there are other writers beyond just the ones that are working in here today. I really appreciate the ongoing support, the people that are coming to support the local writers. One of the things that Next Rung is really actively working as hard as we can to do is grow the circle for supporting new works and local playwrights. This is just one of the ways we're getting to do it. Thank goodness Christina provided this opportunity. She said that you get the space for 1 day, and I was like, well, how many things can we do in a day? So that was the next question. So we're doing our first ever double feature. The second event, for those of you that may not be aware of it, at 5 o'clock, we'll be doing a table reading of my play, Afraid of the Storm. And so we have the cast, many of the cast members here are ready. You will recognize some of them from this event, working on it next. But we're not talking about that event right now. We're talking about 4 Steps Forward. This is the event we're doing today, and I can't wait to tell you about it. Basically, this came to be because we have been hearing a few different needs from the community. I'll tell you the 2 that I've mainly been hearing in that sort of way. One, I've been hearing a need for writers to be able to get more opportunities to get their stuff out to the public in just a fresh way, a raw way even. And I was like, okay, well, we can give them a week deadline. We can solve that. How do you like that? We'll go. Let's go. So, not just a week deadline. I almost said nice enough. I was not nice enough. I dared everybody to write 3 works in a week and bring it out. And I'm so glad to see that everybody that chose to be a part of this has accomplished their 3 works in a week. I'd love to get my hands. The other thing that I've been hearing from writers a lot here lately is, given the current climate, that people are looking for more opportunities to be able to speak up for things that they believe in. One recent event that I saw, fortunate to have Linda Parsons here today, who did an excellent job last summer. Did an excellent job on the Liberation Front on this for poetry, and did a fantastic job. And so with this event, I didn't want to tell any particular person like what cause anybody should speak up for, but I wanted every writer, as well as the actors that are part of it, to speak up for something. Just something. You decide what's important for you. We'll all hear together, we'll talk about it afterward, and give space for some new voices to hear about as we go forward what all we care about as a community, what all, maybe things we didn't even know about beforehand. So that's what we're looking to do with this event today. And so how do you do it together? We're just kind of mishmashing them, honestly. I don't have art behind this. I'm just saying, let's just do these 2 things. And we're going to do this setup. Art is easy. Keep in mind, whatever the cause is, whether you agree with it or not, nobody for this event, for 4 Steps Forward specifically, is getting paid for it. People have driven out of town for the most part to come to this and are volunteering their time to help a local playwright their work. So whatever it is that they're speaking for, please just appreciate them for taking the moment to put that in for local playwrights, please. Also, to support playwrights here, I'm going to ask for some audience help. Are you guys ready for this? I'm not sure if that's enough. This is going to be great. So everybody's bringing 3 works into this, right? Whenever an actor comes up, they are going to say something that lets you know they're about to do their first work. When they do that first one, I'm going to ask you to say yes. Can we say yes real quick?
Yes.
Better. Then, whenever that second work comes up, I'm going to ask you to say please. Can I hear please real quick?
Please.
All right, last one. For the third one, I'm going to ask you guys to say thank you. Can I get a thank you?
Thank you.
Oh, you guys didn't have to do that. So go do it one more time. Yes?
Yes.
Please.
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Please. Thank you.
Yes.
Please.
We got the gist. We got the gist. All right. With that in mind, last thing I really want to bring up is we need to talk about the important theater stuff. Fire exits. What do we do in case of a fire? Run, leave. Yes, we got that. Where do we run and leave to? Exit. We got an exit here. That's probably the longest way. We got an exit here. We got an exit here. We got an exit here. Dash. Run. Please don't shove. People will like save your life. You know, I don't know the right way to balance that. Of like, no, don't hurt anybody. This is going too long. Get out, is what I'm saying. So, also, bathrooms. What do you do if you need a bathroom? Go to the bathroom. That's right. Does anybody know where the bathroom's at? Down the hall. That's right. All right. A few of you already know. That's excellent. If you don't know, you walk out and then the main lobby, turn left, and the bathroom's over there. I think it's to the left down that hallway. Is that right? I'm going off over here. Appreciate it. Cell phones. What do we do about cell phones? Turn them off. You kick them. You burn them. You drop elbows up. You don't have to go that far, but like just turn it to silent and vibrate. That'd be great. That'd be appreciated. Make sure it doesn't ring during the show. Also, like if you have alarms and things like that, sometimes they'll ring despite it being on silent and vibrate. Please make sure you got that off as well. Anything else theater etiquette-wise we need to be aware of? That's right. We get to be rowdy on that. That's going to be a good time. So, with that in mind, we have 7 teams here for you today, and can't wait to go through it all with you here. So, we'll bring up the first team here. Let's see who we got for the first team. First team is, we got a team named Goldish Muppets. Uh-oh, that's me. Uh-oh. So this is going to be exciting. Goldish Muppets is our team name. I am working with my nephew, Stephen Young, who is the writer for All right, we have 3 words here. This first one had the prompt of the AC is out again. May I perform this for you guys?
Yes.
You guys are so good at this. All right. It's so hot. When will I gotta be here to fix the AC? I forgot a prompt. This is exciting. Here we go. Oh, and this fan just isn't working anymore. I need more. I need another fan. Oh, but this is the only electric fan in the house. Oh, well, I could use a hand fan. Now, where did I put that? Oh, yeah, it's in the room. I'm at the door. Maybe I can order one. Now, where's my phone? It's just out reach of the couch. Maybe my laptop. Always leave it in my work bag. Leave that next to the door. No! One day I forget my laptop at work. Finally someone's here to rescue me from this heat. refrigerator. May I read you a poem? Please. Y'all so good at this. I awoke in the morning craving food. Decided to go to the kitchen, but everything tastes like food. With still an empty stomach, I left to fill my kitchen. When I got to my car, I was shocked, for my car was just then on E. So off to get gas I walked, knowing that I could soon shout out with glee. On my way to the store, I get a call from a friend who wants help installing a door. I am tired by the task's end. And when I arrive at my abode, the same friend arrives with pizza not 10 minutes later. I let him in as he is friend, not foe. Once inside, we ate pizza together. Yeah. You guys are such a good audience. May I read one more piece of work for you? I would love to, if that would be okay with you. Yeah. You get a prop from this one. Here we go. A lemon tree. Lots of lemon tree to it. The last Triceratops. It's been a minute since the herd left me while I was sleeping. And while it was sad to wake up alone the first few days, I realized shortly that they weren't right for me. I mean, why do we eat grass? It doesn't even taste good. I want to try something new, like lemons. My new squirrel friend told me they were great. Oh. I found some! Boom, 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 boom. Oh, surely my squirrel friend wouldn't lie and tell me that lemons are delicious, when in reality they're deceptively pretty and super sour. This is for my friend. Thank you. Stephen Young.
general. Specifically this small breed rescue of East Tennessee. That's where I got my dog. He's great. But it doesn't even have to be that. Just a animal shelter nearby, please. Just help the animals. It doesn't even take much. I mean, you could adopt a dog if you really wanted to, but you don't have to. I mean, better yet, 5. But, you know.
Let's find out.
musician.
That's an odd name for a band.
We're an all-girl thrash band. We were gonna go with Gory Tampons, but that was a little on the nose. Then we were talking about doing, what was it called? Rage Toilet. And some stupid shoegaze band sent us a cease and desist for stealing their name. So we labeled on janitors in hell, but it's not literal, it's a metaphor. I'm not a janitor and I don't belong in
I'm
hell.
sorry, we don't recognize metaphors here. Actually, we changed the definition of literally. It's now just used for emphasis. And we no longer distinguish between it's and its. There, or there.
Okay, I get it. Hell has also gotten dumber. But the point is, how did I get here? Because you saw the name of my band on my vest? I didn't actually do anything.
That was not my decision, ma'am. But I can double check the record if you want.
Please do.
Okay, sit tight. Oh.
What?
It looks like you littered.
Excuse me?
Littering. Violation of section 24601. No, pardon me. That's for stealing bread. You violated section 87274 5 separate times. Gum wrapper, October 2nd, 1995. Cigarette butt, April 2015. Napkin from Wendy's.
Stop, that's enough. You can go to hell for littering now?
We changed the policy due to the Fresh Hell Initiative. It's our master's initiative in the other place. The master realized we needed some janitors. That was grandfather did when we got rid of ironing.
Okay, fine. I'll go sweep up some brimstone. Anything is better than talking to you for another second.
Have a nice...
This one's our deep one now. So, I believe this was probably based on the prompt bridge. We're going to have a lot of bridges in this one. Sorry, I made a huge mess. This is like my apartment, so. An inside look at the apple. Okay, now I offer you the final piece, learning the ropes. It was an indoor ropes course, and not that high. Piece of cake. I held the yellow strap trailing from my 6-year-old's harness as he led the way. My son is a walking raw nerve. Solid food is a tough sell unless it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch or taquitos. He's a little metalhead. The texture of a shirt will make or break his day. Yet a John Williams score propels him to the stairwell, hands clapped over ears. He climbed the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, a rope bridge. I was indoors. Harness, secured. Nothing was going to happen. Then the rope caught in the zip line. We were stuck. I looked down. My son was born 1 pound 15 ounces. His skin was translucent. He was the size of a Nintendo Switch. My husband checked one time. I couldn't hold him for 10 days. But on the bridge, I had a death grip on his harness. His steps were small but sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. My white knuckle grip was not for his sake. My other hand trembled against the brittle knots. I controlled my breath. In through my nose, out through my mouth. My son stopped breathing once. His skin turned gray. I don't remember how I did it. I left my own body behind. But he was on the table, and I'd given CPR. His breath returned. He cried. My legs gave out. And on the higher bridge, my legs were rubber. The clamor of arcade games beneath me and the intrusive thoughts within me made my head swim. I went to the stairwell, hands clapped over ears. But I held on as he climbed. 1, 2, 3, 4. My son always hand shook as I worked his harness loose. He pointed to the next adventure. I sank into a bench. He grabbed my hand. Let's keep going. So I stood, and we walked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Yes, I feel like there was something else I was supposed to say. Yes, unfortunately, my rider is not here. She was feeling kind of sick, and then she had a fever this morning, and she's on drugs and stuff. But yeah, so I apologize that she's not here. But I think this is the time I'm supposed to kind of talk about the organizations that we wanted to represent today. So for me, I had to take pictures. Justice Knox is something I kind of got involved with this year. I went to the Nehemiah Action, I think is what they call it. So it was established in 2016 and provides congregations from diverse faith, economic, and racial backgrounds. It says across Knox County, a vehicle to act together in response to the scriptural mandate to do justice. We are politically nonpartisan. We are inspired by the work of 30 broad-based justice ministry organizations in other cities. So in Knoxville last year, they got the mayors of Knox County and Knoxville to agree on an initiative that had to do with lowering the incidence of gun violence. And if you can remember the news just a few years ago of how many youth were getting killed by gun violence and how much it went down in the last couple of years, they played a huge role in that. And this year, their initiative was about transportation. And that's another thing that they kind of want to get corrected. And then Crystal's was, it says helpingbabies.org, but I think it was called something else. But it says our organization of dedicated volunteers serves children from birth to age 5 with all types of special needs who live in the following counties. Oh, I don't know, Kansas, a lot of counties. Some of our programs and services include respite care, adaptive equipment, loaner hearing aids, assistive technology, family education, emergency support, and bereavement support. So I wish you were here to kind of talk more about why this is an important organization for her, but she does have preemie children, so that probably gives you an idea. And thank you again, everyone. I appreciate you.
It's great to work with Jamie Hickman again. I'm so glad you're a part of this. Thank you. I had the name just to get precisely in there. The Friends of Tennessee's Babies with Special Needs is the name of the nonprofit on that. And so if you would please just think of them, and if you wish to research some more about it, that's one of the many causes that's going around trying to help people at this time. Also, Crystal, because she's out sick today and we are recording this, can I get a get well, Crystal, on 3? 1, 2, 3. Get well, Crystal! Thank you. All right, so with that in mind, we have our third team coming up. Next up, can I get Team Apostrophe in the house?
Brought a few things, because I'm a girl. And I couldn't find shoes to match all of the people that came out of Greg Congleton's brain, so I will be barefoot. That was the unicorn. All right. Compromise. All right, Myers, you're getting better with age, and we've dimmed the lights, so I'm gonna go a little slower so you can understand. This prompt was library notice. So I'm going to ask you, audience, is reading important, yes or no?
Yes!
Attention! Now let's set things straight. Dear sir or madam, come to our attention that your child has consistently checked out books by Kurt Vonnegut, Cormac McCarthy, and Alice Walker. This letter is to notify you that such behavior has led us to deny your child library privileges. You are also required to pay a fine of 3 Liberty crypto tokens. Once this payment is processed through our exchange, we will reestablish their library privileges and place your child in a special library category. This category will restrict their access to only children's literature appropriate for 8 years of age or younger. We're so glad we caught them. No. We regret their exposure to these authors, but until we have managed to purge the library of all unsavory material, you must be more vigilant in monitoring your child's activities. Keep them locked up is what they should do. Dreadful creatures. We love children and work tirelessly for their continual happiness. If they try to access any young adult or, God forbid, adult books, we will report them to the Inquisition authorities. As you know, these authorities have absolute power to restrict a person's movements. In cases such as your child's, members of the Inquisition can torture... No, don't let them know that. Administer physical punishment, or recommend incarceration. On second offense, we should remove an eye. Oh yes, that would do it. Happy reading, Cyclops. In order to lift the restrictions we have placed on your child's access, they will need to actively participate in our next 2, 3 book burnings. These are held at the soccer field every Thursday at 6 p.m. Attendance will be recorded and published to all media, social, broadcast, fake, and others. Extra credit toward absolution is granted to those who bring their own books. See who's hoarding those. A list of books targeted for burning, along with extra credits awarded for each book, can be found at our website, www.happyflamesfortruth.gov. If you have any questions about our procedures, please visit us in person at our headquarters, 666 Four Horsemen Trail. Due to long wait times, you might want to bring food, water, and a sleeping bag. All items will be thoroughly checked for contraband, and items deemed inappropriate will be confiscated. Gotta get a little work on that list of inappropriate items. Yes. We so look forward to seeing you and your child at the burn-in. You will find it to be an occasion like nothing you have seen before. Yours in truth and justice, Doofus J. Treacle. Head librarian. Magnificent authority governing all. Thank you. So this next prompt is orange peel.
Thank you.
That's wrong, Steve. I'm going to give you a question in a second. I'm drawing it out so I can draw on the road. I'll let you know.
Please.
Oh, you don't know where this is going. You want to hear what really happened?
Please.
Okay. Wait for it. trail of them. Every few pieces of sidewalk. I often see sidewalk art on my walks. Kids in the neighborhood with big pieces of chalk drawing happy faces or animals or hopscotch. This was different. Drawing with a steadier hand, a more practiced touch, an educated eye. Then I realized it wasn't every few pieces. No, there seemed to be a pattern. I couldn't decipher it, but the choice of location seemed less than random, or maybe it was random. And I wanted to impose a pattern on it so it would be less disturbing. Why was it disturbing? I don't know. Sidewalk art is common. People need creative endeavors. The patterns were vivid, hypnotic, beckoning me onto some mysterious encounter. It's a big neighborhood. Miles of sidewalk. I was following the designs. Once I thought I lost it. I didn't see another chalk mark up ahead. I thought this random sidewalk artist had just stopped. Got tired of their project. I got distracted, whatever. So I walked back to the last line and I studied it. I'd been so involved in following the trail, I hadn't really looked at the art that close. Well, the spirals were like an arrangement of seeds on a sunflower. More like a labyrinth. Was the pattern, the layout of these across the neighborhood also a labyrinth? I retraced my steps. I looked more closely at each one. The palette was suddenly changing. How was this moving across the spectrum? Oh, I began to run from one to the other to unravel this mystery with the barest thread of a clue. I ran all the way back to the first one. Out of breath, I panted. I looked down at my first discovery. Having come from the opposite direction, I noticed that across the street there were more designs on the other sidewalk. I crossed to look at it. It's like the others. Oh, up ahead, something new. Oh, a spiral of an orange peel. A curious way to peel an orange. Apples and pears are often peeled to make a spiral, but not an orange. There are more spiral orange peels spaced the same way, almost random patterns as the labyrinth drawings. They seem fresh. The first ones I saw had a few ants on them. I ran to see if I could catch that spiral artist. Where are they? Are they the same as the chalk artist? What are they doing? Why? Why had I become so enthralled? I had to know. After 2 blocks, there were no more orange peels, no sign of a person, no sign of orange pulp, not even sticky drops on the sidewalk. I thought I was hallucinating. But it was too elaborate for that. I was hungry and thirsty. It was hot. Maybe I was dehydrated. Maybe I was dreaming. I began to doubt my senses, my sanity. I still do. Maybe I was dreaming. It was curious. It caught my eye. It was just an ordinary day. Out for a walk, before it gets too hot. It was a spiral, not just one. Thank you. Does anyone know Lope de Vega?
Yes.
How about if I say Lope de Vega? Well, if you don't know, hearing this, if you don't know, very cool person. I looked him up after Greg was teaching me a little bit about him. This prompt is bendable. And I tried this one. It's a cool poem. I tried it in a Spanish accent. That did not go well. That just sounded like really bad Antonio Banderas. So I'm going to read this for you without a Spanish accent.
Thank you.
You're welcome. my jumbled brain hot synapse. Then writer's block, a cold lapse in flowing creation. Gone. Natural high. Where did it all go? Heavy sigh. Oh no, oh me, oh my, oh. Such relief when the spark returns, then juices boils, the image burns. There's rules to follow, rules broken. Ain't saying Aristotle's hokum. That word, the gesture, action, the word was ignored even by the absurd. Scenes end with couplets, couples kiss. Mwah. Where's the villain? What's gone amiss? Is there room for him, her, and this? Will anyone get what's going on and on and on and on and on? Oh, that speech is too long. That speech is too long. Does that character really belong to this world I'm making up now? Does it connect to now and how? Too much violence on the page? Oh, how will I get them off the stage? Maybe I'll put them in a cage. Actors as animals, true delight, like spirits and fairies, you know that night. Maybe I'll make them all disappear. Deus ex machina in the rearview mirror. Now that's bendable time for rules. No wooden O. Use new tech, cool effects, and shock the decibels. Audience questions, witchy spells. Williams, O'Neill, and Shepard too. Large gobs of inks and witches brew. Kaufman and Hart and old Neil Simon, can't leave them out while I'm rhyming. Sondheim and Plautus at the Forum, ain't so deep, but we adore 'em. And how many more to make a quorum? The Servant's Farce, Johnson's Whore, Moliere, Thurber, Castle Elsinore, into the Barren Woods they dance, Curly Surrey and Camelot's King. Politicians of the I sing, kings to follow and kings to kill, well, all that depends on will. Mammoth's Nickel, Buffalo Bill, Indians and Dracula's Chill, Wilson's decades with us still, Vogel's lessons and Churchill's tops, Rule's vibrator, oh please don't stop. Word makers, our country's good, I should list some more, I think I should. Oh, why did I start this folly? To garner praise and accolades, hook the listener's audacious souls, intent is the crux, by golly. My vanity to hell parades, truth of heart and mind that holds, entertainment, laughs and tears, prancing wordplay, gasps and fears, bending, swirling through the years. Now this writing plays ain't so hard. It can't be measured by the yard. And now in an accent. People that I would like to tell you about, they run a place called Hope Central. I'll keep it quick, because there's too much to say about them. It is run by a lady named Vita Sprinkle. What a name. And she does sprinkle joy, hope, goodness. I call her the super neighbor. She literally has a little blue house over in Park Ridge in East Knoxville, and she, the best way I can say it is the need arises and they meet it. So the dreams and hopes of our neighbors in East Knoxville have been really trampled by different blankets of oppression and violence and lack of literacy, lack of English language learning. So Hope Central, you can literally show up and give anything. Do you know how to read? Do you know how to hold a kid's hand? Walk them to school, because it's scary. Anything you can imagine that made our lives easy. They struggle to have every day, and so she works really hard to do that. I volunteer there, I tutor, that should tell you something. And it's an amazing place. So if you want to know more, you can look her up. She's on all the socials, Hope Central, and they're right off of, they're over in Park Ridge. I just flipped this script. I'll get that when Greg comes up. My playwright,
Are you worried about where your next meal will come from?
Aren't you lucky? Second Harvest gathers and distributes food to food pantries. There are a lot of other places you could give your money, but food is pretty basic. And they've been at it for years and years and years. They're based here in Maryville. And there are people who don't know where their next meal is coming from. If it weren't for food pantries, they would be SOL. So, thank you.
Greg and Caroline, you both did a great job. Thank you so much for that. This is a good time to point out, I didn't acknowledge exactly why our works are really addressing the things that they are creatively today. I should have told you guys that. My apologies. I told you guys that these are new works that are being created. In order to make sure that they were fresh works, we made sure that they had 10 prompts that was given to them on the 20th. And they had to have them completed by the 27th. Today is the 29th. And so what kind of prompts did they get? Everybody got one of the same 10 prompts. That was the title of this event, 4 Steps Forward. Everybody got 2 prompts based off of the cause that they were caring about. And then the other 7 prompts were given by their fellow writers. So, you know, you saw me do the last Triceratops earlier. That was a prompt given by one of your writers that's coming a little bit later. And some of these other titles, they're just what our fellow writers thought might be fun to write about. And we took on the challenge of this. I say we. I didn't write anything this time. Y'all did that. Y'all amazed me, so it's amazing. Thank you so much for that. So, with that context in mind, let's bring up the next team. We have your 4th team here for this evening. Let's bring up Team Hip Joint. In case you don't know, coming up here, that is Joe Casterline.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me see. We have the thing. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty.
Did you find me?
Yeah, I did. Thank you. Yep, my name is Joe Casterline, and I'm with Team Hip Joint. I'll be performing 3 pieces written by Steve Trigg. May I perform the first 2 in unison without a break?
Yes.
Yes. Please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I guess that took care of it. May I tell you the titles of the first 2 pieces?
Please.
The medley of work is Carousel, and it will be followed by Boo. Waving out your baggage like a carousel. It's like bearing your soul to the world. Watching it come around, aging with strife. It's mortal torture. Oh, hey, yeah, that one there, that's fine. That's fine, can you grab it? Yeah, that one there. Thanks for nothing, Dick. Karma, it comes back around. I adore an axe. Didn't even help me when my bag came around. Too stupid. Too new. You're a big bag douche. And it's just common courtesy. Oh, shit. Hey! Stop by me again, can you? Just please, no, the police, not the portmanteau. Inconsidered would be more politically correct. Accurate. Provable. Not everyone has the same requirements to define an action as rude, but inconsiderate. Yeah, that's a term. That's provable with empirical data. Defensible. Or indefensible. Depending on your participation in the offending action. Did you do it? Or was it done to you? Seems like everything bad just happens to me. No one else. Never anyone else, right? I mean, what's going on with that? Why am I the only person who sees the crap that I have to deal with every day? What's the matter with people these days? Ah, another thing. Car tires. You notice how they don't last this long anymore? You know why? Those greedy bastards had big rubber. Yeah, they got all high and mighty when they helped save the banana. But will they help save the American driver by making quality tires? Hell no! They don't care. They saved the banana. Who cares about me? And they didn't save the banana for everybody, y'all. My granddaughter is allergic to latex. That is why she can't eat bananas. Imagine that. Think about it. She can never eat Grandma's banana pudding! Ever! What kind of self-respecting Southern grandfather would sit by and let the bastards at Big Rubber laugh at his granddaughter? Greedy-ass bastards. They don't care about me, or they don't care about my granddaughter, Maddie. Minnie. Well, hell, I don't know what they call her. And speaking of bananas, carrots! You notice they only come in a bunch? You know why? Yeah, you guessed it. Those greedy bastards at Big Vegetable! Probably working with Big Rubber. Yeah, we all know it, we all know it. See, if I want one carrot, too damn bad. You get 6. If I want 3, 6. If I want 7, you might as well put your flip-flops on, jump into the old hybrid and run down to the crunchy granola mart. That is if you can stand the hippies who don't ever take showers. Oh yeah, Teddy. Oh gosh. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Boba tea. Teddy yogurt belongs in pudding. Big dessert. Not tea. Full stop. I don't know, y'all. I'm about ready to explode. The title of this piece is 4 Steps to Nothing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Oh. Oh! You're upside down. You're upside up. There you go. Ha! Hey, bird! Hey! Dinner! See that? Hear that? Your brothers are in that bush. 2 of them. 2 for dinner. 4 steps away. Better. Worse. More. Less. Definitely less. Definitely more. 2 more. Definitely less, twice less. Definitely more. 0 steps, 1 bird. 4 steps, 2 birds. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6! 6 is more than 1 by at least, probably, a lot. But 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. 3 less than 1. But 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 steps away. 2 4 steps away is 4 times 1 is 0 steps away. 400% return on my investment. 2 for 400% return compared to 1 and 0 is at least a lot more. 1 is less than 400, a lot less by at least, less than a lot less. Okay, 3 steps away. 2 for 3, or 0 for 1. Still a good percentage. 3 steps away for 2 birds is 5. Still a better chance than 1 for 0, because 3 minus 2 is only negative 1, which is half the chance of 2 for 4. Half the chance is twice the benefit for twice the birds. That's at least, still a lot. Ha! See, Digger? I'm close to doubling my catch with at least probably less than, with a lot less chance of failing. 2 birds at 2 steps is 0. 0 chances of failing. 0 steps for 1 bird is still 1. 1 is more than 0 by at least a lot more than 1 bird at 0 steps. I'm statistically assured to get double my return for less than, probably less than, whatever, fuck it! Hey, where are you going, birds? Where are you going, dinner? I wonder what the chances are of that happening. I'd like to invite my writer, Steve Trigg, up. We're also sharing the same cause, because I misread the instructions and thought we just had to have one. So we're sharing. That's right. By the way, those prompts came from J.P. Shuffman. And so I do actually support one organization. For those of you who don't know, Joe and I are both veterans of your military. And one of the things that we're very strong about is homeless veterans. And Steps House is an organization in Knoxville that is designed to help homeless men have a place to live where they can get clean and learn skills that will help get them back into society. And there is a special section of Steps House that is just dedicated to homeless veterans, to help them find a place to live, to help them get clean, and to help them get back into the society that they worked hard to protect. Thank you.
Great job, enjoying that. And so, yeah, I'm glad we've got this going on here. We've seen 4 teams so far, we've got 3 remaining. I will mention here that these next 3 teams all feature somebody that has been through the Next Rung Productions program before. If you're not familiar with the program, I mentor a playwright for a year. Each year I've been doing that since 2020. We started in 2019, didn't have a playwright that year. And then we start working with playwrights since then. And so these next 3 teams do have somebody that has gone through the program in each way. This next team, our 5th team here, is written by one of them. I'm just going to mention the team name. We'll get to the rest of the introductions here shortly. Some of you may be familiar with this name, Knoxville Theater Club.
wouldn't surprise me. We are very forgetful. What was it that Mother used to say? You are so beautiful. But if anyone had to remind you of your name, you'd have to be reminded every single day. And in fact, I confess, there were times when I questioned your existence myself. Once or twice, as I was drifting off to sleep in one contemptible hellhole or another, I would find myself doubting whether or not you were real at all. Saying to myself, Ivanka Dovestrasky Richimanikina, are you sure? Are you sure that a woman matching her exact features in every way, in every minuscule detail, from the birthmark on your right shoulder to the chip in your front left tooth? Are you certain such a woman not only exists, but that she actually switched places with you on the very night of your wedding to the Crown Prince of Andalusia, then hired a clutch of brigands to kidnap you and spiritual away to the Bermuda colony, where you spent a decade and a half disguised as your own twin brother, in order to one day pass as the captain of a pirate merchant vessel bound for the ill-fated return voyage to your hometown of Marseille? Are you sure if Ivanka Dovestrasky Richimanikina that after one mutiny, 3 pirate attacks, 2 shark attacks, 1 killer whale attack, a killer bee attack, 3 bouts of scurvy, a scuttling, a shipwreck, 2 duels to the death, and a passionate love affair with the ship's captain, who turned out to also be a woman posing as her own twin brother for reasons that were mysteriously similar to your own. After all of that, can you be sure that you have not in fact gone quite irredeemably and incontrovertibly mad? But then, in my darkest despair, in the throes of my despondence, my mind would seize on an image of your face. Your beautiful, stupid bitch of a face. My face. Grinning at me from the shoreline all those years ago, smiling viciously and waving out to sea with my fiancé's arm wrapped around your waist. Now, I have told you the sweep of my life story, but before I put you to death, you are going to tell me everything. What has happened to my fiancé? Do you have children? Is Mother still alive? But this, above all, who are you, Ivanka Dovestrasky Richimanikina? Who are you? And who am I? This next piece, the prompt was Schadenfreude. Would it please you for me to say it to you?
Thank you.
Thank you. That's about it. All right. This is called Stage Traffic. In the middle of rehearsal one night, as I debated the placement of an unimportant chair, it came to me all in a rush that the secret of catharsis, that pregnant quality of glittering silence we lackeys of Aristotle have been chasing across the stage for 2,000 years, that same catharsis is nothing more than the cheap pornography of Schadenfreude. I think we're all doomed. and the room fell silent. So let's take 5. After all, what a hideous indictment of the human soul, that we need a word to describe the experience of villainous joy found in the audience of a stranger's cataclysm. The guilty blast of borrowed warmth we all recognize. The colossal doors of fate are swung suddenly open, and the molten core of calamity emerges to consume the unfortunate and unrepentant alike in primordial fire. We see flashing red lights on a thunderstorm highway. The curtain rises. The tragedy begins. Black wreckage spreads its terrible wings across the median. And we all slow down. Don't we? Don't we? Just to take it all in. The world grinds along on its billion screaming wheels, and somewhere the proud king is carving out his eyes. Somewhere the prince slays his mother for killing his father, for sacrificing his sister to the insatiable gods of war. Somewhere young lovers have opened a trapdoor to oblivion. And what does it all mean about us? That as the scene concludes and the traffic resumes, we must suppress a giddy urge to step on the accelerator just a little bit harder than before. That when the curtain falls on a proscenium glutted with corpses, we clap all the louder and wipe a tear from our eye, turning to our smiling friends and say, that was something really special. That was really, really good. So my nonprofit, my cause that I would like to speak up for is called Mountain Access Brigade. Mountain Access Brigade is an abortion doula collective and abortion fund based in East Tennessee. They fund Tennesseans accessing abortion care out of state and support all other callers with abortion information, logistical guidance, and emotional support. They do donations on their website, they do monthly donations, even your smallest donation will help with their fund.
Hello, I'm Jimmy. So the mission, the community outreach program that I want to talk about is called Grow Free Tennessee. They are an anti-human trafficking organization local here to East Tennessee. I'm going to read you just the mission statement. This is the larger organization that they belong to is the Community Coalition Against Human Trafficking, which unites and equips our community to end human trafficking by raising awareness, facilitating training and education, fostering collaborative efforts, and providing a specialized continuum of care for prevention to restoration through the Grow Free Tennessee program. I was fortunate enough to have the Grow Free organization come in and do a training with my workplace, and it really illuminated a lot of things that I did not understand about that situation, which is apparently very intense here in East Tennessee with all the conjunctions of all the highways. It's a really unfortunate thing, but there are a lot of misconceptions a lot of people have about it. I encourage you to educate yourself about it, and if you can, reach out in any way that you can. Thanks.
They shrunk since last time I was here. JB's done a great job. Thank you guys. Really enjoying everything so far. We have 2 teams remaining. I'd like to go ahead and get right into the next one. Your 16th for the evening, we have the Rain Trust.
Give me a second, be kind, please. All right. So, hi, I'm Rain.
protection. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Wonderful. Are you also ready for a bad accent?
Yes.
Good, that's good. Come on, guys.
Marjorie, is that you? Oh my God, you wouldn't believe the day I've had. I can't talk long, the Fed will be back in here soon. What do you mean, where am I? You know I can't tell you that. Listen, I've been dying to tell someone, and you're my very best friend. Okay, so here's the scoop. Remember how my husband Vince was involved in, let's say, some shady dealings with some very shady people? Well, guess what little housewife from New Jersey just turned state's witness? No, Marjorie, not Betty June Gunter. No, Marjorie, not Ethel Capizio, me. Marjorie, legal Blanche Capizio from Tavistock, New Jersey, testifying against the most powerful crime bosses in America. Well, don't act so surprised. Marjorie, stop laughing. Marjorie, stop. Stop. I have to go away. Yeah, I'm going into what they call witness protection. Nah, it's okay. I know it's a secret. I was just dying to tell someone. Marjorie, please stop laughing. Hello, Mr. Federal Officer, sir. Me? No, just filing my nails and checking the time. It's 2:47, by the way, in the PM. It even gave me a little beep. Beep. All right, no phone. Got it. Jeez. Hello, Belinda Blanche. Oh, same old. Get my hair done, late afternoon martini, testifying in court. I know. Oh, did you see me on TV? Of course not, because they blacked me out. Yes, Belinda, that was me. Oh, yes, Belinda, I know I testified against your husband. Yes, Belinda, it was because of my testimony he's going away for 20 to life. But that doesn't mean you aren't still my very best friend, does it? Oh, Eleanor! Oh, thank God I caught you. It's Marjorie. Yeah, well, listen, Dad. Okay? Okay? Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Eleanor, for God's sake, shut your gap and listen to me. I need you to do something for me. Yes, it does have to do with the trial. No, you can't tell the ladies at your book club that you know the wife of the crime boss. Listen, I kind of need to fake my own death. I know your cousin Lucicio did something like that a few years ago. Yeah, insurance fraud. Do you remember what he did? Oh, I remember now. He put a mob informant that kind of looked like him in a car that blew up so people would think it was him. Yeah. I think I'm going to pass on that one. Why did I call you? Because, Eleanor, you know you are my very best friend. And I rely on you to keep quiet that I'm started wearing mini skirts and go-go boots. Do you think anybody'd recognize me? Oh, a strong silent type. I like it. So do you have any hobbies? Yes? No? Okay, fine, be that way. I promise I won't use my phone anymore. Not even to call my very best friend. Now go give me a soda. Helen Scarponi, it's me, Blanche Capizio. I'm in a pickle, Bella. I testified against Vince's bosses and now they're after me. I've blabbed to everyone in town that I'm going to fake my own death, go into hiding, get a new identity, the whole 9 yards. But you gotta help me. I'm actually getting ready to run off with this cute FBI agent who's protecting me. Yeah, like that. Yeah, with those. Uh-huh. No, not yet. But soon. Okay, here's the deal. I need your driver's license to cash this check the government gave me. I had to make it out to you, because if they made it out to me, Vince's mom would find me. Yeah. I need you to bring your license down to the Trinity Motel on Palm Boulevard. I'm going to swap mine with yours. Ain't it funny? I never thought of that. We do look a lot alike, don't we, honey? Yeah, I know you've been carrying on the Vinny behind my back, but hey, why don't you know you're amica? Yeah, and we'll call it square. I promise. Stop up your license at the Trinity, take my license, and go hang out at the Seashell Hotel on the 126, right by the burned out car. And oh, I need you to hold a suitcase for me with Seattle printed on it, and a pair of my old go-go boots. Just put on the boots and hold tight to the suitcase. I'll explain when I come and swap them back later, I promise. Okay, Helen? Okay? I promise. Have I ever lied to you? I mean, besides then. And then. Oh, especially then. Bella, all is forgiven. Gotta go. Ciao. All is forgiven. 'Cause you, the new Miss Blanche Capizio, are now that new and improved Helen Scarponi's very best friend.
Be right back, a little bit of a costume change. How do you feel about science in this room? Woo! Yeah, science good. Sometimes science bad though, which is what our next piece is about. When science goes perhaps a little too far. Are we interested in hearing about that? Yes. Fabulous. Fabulous.
Ahem. Testing. Testing. Good evening. Or morning. Hello. My name is Dr. Leslie Torkelson, Senior Chronoanthropological Researcher at the Billings Institute in Greencastle, Indiana. Today is June 29, 1975. My social security number is 105261701 for future identification, should dental records prove insufficient. I am the only one left alive in this institute to my knowledge. I am 97
97.6% certain all of my colleagues are now dead. I wish to leave an oral record of what has happened as a result of Project Whitechapel here over the last 6 hours, while I still can. Six hours ago, we decided we were ready to begin the final phase of Project Whitechapel. The first 2 phases were successfully completed earlier this year. Phase 1 involved, well, omitting much of the technical details, we were able to create a miniature singularity in the lab environment, which actually enabled us to see through it to another time. Specifically, the year 1888 in London, England. We could actually see, peering through the window of time, into the foggy streets of London. God knows what they saw on their side. 5 old scientists staring back at them. Anyways, we saw him. We saw the subject creeping through the alleys in his dark cloak, sneak up behind an unsuspecting woman and, well, it proved we'd found who we were looking for. The man, the entity, the monster known to history as Jack the Ripper. Damn! I'm sorry. I apologize for not maintaining professional composure. My recent studies had indicated the individual known to history as Jack the Ripper may not have been one single person, possibly multiple killers passing along something like a murder virus, maybe even some kind of shared hallucination or hypnosis. It could be that the real killer could pass along their murderous rage to other people by touch or even proximity. I understand how radical this idea sounds, but I was bound to use this project to prove my theory. The test subject was located. Phase 2 began a few weeks later and had its problems. Dr. Patrick Mendez of Stanford, my friend and mentor, unbeknownst to us, volunteered to try and physically interact with the past. He stayed shut in his room for days, making calculations. Then late one night, we heard him scream. He had activated the time window while we were all asleep and had put his arm through, hoping to reach and interact with someone on the other side. We found him unconscious, his arm severed at the elbow, the rest of it in the grasp of Jack the Ripper, who had presumably picked it up off the street and was now staring at us through the time window, smiling. Oh my God. We quickly shut the window down, stopped the bleeding, and bound Patrick's wounds. He insisted on reviewing his calculations, and this time, it worked. He successfully reached through with his good arm into the past and brought it back safely. We celebrated. God, we celebrated. Too much, as it turned out. All of us were drunk, no control, no scientific precision, no respect for procedure, documentation, wanton greed for knowledge. We ended up back in the lab. Dr. Lee Winston from Loyola managed to tap into the city power reserves and increase the size of the aperture. I laughed, and on a drunken dare stepped through myself into the past in my lab coat and sensible shoes, just like I'm wearing now. It was foggy, cold, the air smelled so strange. I turned and waved at my friends, laughing. Then I felt someone come up from behind me. I could see Dr. Nichols from NYU point and yell something. I turned around, and there he was. He pushed me aside, and Jack the Ripper leapt through the time window into the future. The window was slowly closing. I jumped back through, blacked out for a moment. When I came to, I oddly found myself in my quarters. Oh my God. The bodies, the blood, They were everywhere. I can't. I stumbled around, blindly searching for my friends. Nicholas was lying in the corridor, his throat cut. Lee collapsed in a chair, strangled. Jason, Dr. Myers from UCLA, had hundreds, thousands of splashes as he tried to protect her. And Patrick, poor, sweet Patrick, I'm sorry, Patrick. I'm so sorry. We never should have tried. It's not right. It's not right to try and resurrect the dead. They needed to stay in the past. They needed to stay cold in the ground. They needed to stay where we need. Because evil won't just stay dead. And there are a lot more people to meet.
So for the last one, we're going to talk about puppies.
Oh, what the? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Hey there, buddy. Come here. I don't want to hurt you. It's okay. That's a good boy. I haven't seen you around here before. You got a collar? No. Guess you're a stray. Or maybe somebody lost you. Hey, ma'am. Excuse me? Is this your dog? No? Maybe? Okay, whatever, jeez. Oh, excuse me, sir. I found a stray dog. Is he yours? Maybe. Whoa, sorry. Pardon me for asking, buddy. But he didn't piss in his cornflakes. You, huh? Yeah, so what are we gonna do with you? Hey, you're an old guy, aren't you? Got a little gray in the muscle? Got a lot of gray, actually. Been wandering the streets for a while, huh? Oh, wait, I have something for you. Peanut butter snack, no chocolate, I promise. I feel you, buddy. It's tough out there for everybody these days. Me? I got laid off last month, and I'm going to my third interview this week. Nobody wants to hire us experienced dogs. They all want little puppies right out of school. But you got lots of experience, don't you? I bet you used to belong to a family. Maybe a couple of kids used to throw the ball and you jumped on their bed at night. Did you run away? Huh? Maybe. Or, God, Bobs, that's probably it. You jumped out of some soccer mom's SUV and disappeared before they even knew you were gone. Oh, it looks like you have a bad leg. Maybe not too bad. I think you've been around a while. It's nice to think you have a family to go home to, but I really feel like it's just you. I have a family out there to go home to. I mean, that is, if I wanted to. I don't know, it's been a long time. My parents and me, too. You're kind of a stinker, but I think I love you anyways. Come on. I'm very grateful. Barry let me help him choose some of these prompts, and this last one was actually based on what I'd like to discuss today, which is the Knoxville Vintage Pet Project. So they are a nonprofit in our area who specifically work to find foster homes, medical treatment, and all kinds of care for senior and special needs dogs and cats and other pets in this area. This is something that's very special to me because 3 years ago I lost my 16-year-old dog, Snickers. And the thing is, dogs are lifelong friends, so are cats, so are rabbits, every kind of pet you can adopt. And they're just as lovable as puppies as they are when they're senior dogs who need extra care. So we can't stop loving them. They just need a little more. And this is a kind of project that works hard to make sure they get that extra love, that extra chance, and are allowed to be taken care of as they deserve. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My cause, my charity is actually a group that I work for, East Tennessee Children's Hospital. We served last year 450,000 patients through the system. Most everyone's familiar with the hospital that's in downtown Knoxville. Hopefully you're familiar with that. If you're not, I'm not doing my job. But we have a number of places to serve and to treat children in East Tennessee, all over the region. We have 12 pediatric primary care offices throughout the region. We have 4 urgent care services in Knoxville, 2 in Knoxville, 1 in Sevier County, 1 just up the road in Alcoa, and also a number of rehab centers. In Oak Ridge, we are opening a new urgent care this fall, and one of the biggest emphases of Children's Hospital this year is in mental health services for children. Over the last several years from the pandemic, children have had a huge problem with their mental health issues, and we are very happy to adding to the staff of Oak Ridge Pediatrics a dedicated mental health pediatric professional that will evaluate kids who come in with issues and get them the necessary help they need. And we hope that we have a grant from Encore that is taking care of that, and we hope to spread that out through the entire system so all the kids get all the help they need. Thank you.
Great job, Barry and Rain. Earlier we were talking about the challenges of the writer. Can we talk about challenges of the actor for a second? Because like the writers have a week from the 20th through the 27th to write their works. And I mentioned earlier today's the 29th. We all know this. We have phones and calendars. Actors had the 27th until today. Can we give the actors a hand? For being a part of this. We have one team remaining here. Save this team for last because it's the only team that has 2 different Next Rung alums who have been going through the program. We have our very first playwright that's been in the program and this year's playwright that's been in the program working together to be a team for you today. So without any further ado, our final team for the evening, Wonder Women!
Waffle House, Awful House, there's one on every street. Waffle House,
looks a finger at her and beckons her towards the empty seat across. The woman joins her. There we go. The woman joins her and they introduce themselves. Gladys is a local who's recently lost her husband of 56 years. Mary Lou is from Charlotte and is on her way south to the beach. Gladys talks about her grandson. His father is on his way to pick him up from the ex-wife and bring him home. Then she mentions that they'll both be safe because God is watching over them, like he does America, and that's why he sent his son to be president. Hey, Mary Lou thanks Gladys for her hospitality and rushes to pay her check. Waffle House, Awful House, there's one on every street. Waffle House, Awful House, it's where we love to eat. Bonnie pulls his pickup over at the Waffle House on I-26, south of Asheville. His kidneys are killing him because he's needed to pee since he left Charlotte. Once relieved, he takes a stool and orders the country ham and eggs and hash browns, smothered, covered with rice and pepper. Coffee, black. Against his better judgment, he's hauling a load of railroad ties to Knoxville for a friend. They're heavy. Hell, he might as well not have power steering and playing hell with his gas mileage. Also, he's 3 hours late, which is another reason why he was not supposed to stop to pee. Just as his breakfast arrives, a murmur goes through the restaurant. The guy behind the counter translates. I-40 between Asheville and Knoxville has washed out again. No traffic either way. But he loses his appetite. He reaches for his phone, hoping his GPS shows a workaround. Otherwise, his ass is grass. His ex-wife will kill him. Waffle House, Awful House, one on every street. Waffle House, Awful House is where we love to eat. At a Waffle House on I-40 east of Knoxville, Petey sits alone in a booth near the cash register, and Angela, the good-hearted waitress, can keep an eye on him. He's been there for over 2 hours, long enough to demolish a kid-sized waffle, a slice of pecan pie, and 3 glasses of milk. Long enough for several conversations with Angela, during which he's announced that he is 5 going on 6, his mother's name is Ginny, and Dad Buddy. Buddy is on his way to pick him up. Petey likes baseball and video games, which he's only allowed to play on the weekends. Angela's shift ends in 30 minutes. If his dad isn't here by then, she'll take Petey home with her. Of course, she'll leave a note with the chef with her address and directions, but if Chef forgets about the note or ends his shift before the phantom dad arrives, she won't care. Everyone now! Waffle House, Awful House, it's one on every street. Waffle House, Awful House, it's where we love to eat. This next prompt is called Pan. Would you like to know what I'm talking about? Please. Awesome, there we go. I open the door of our 2009 Ford F-150 and slide into the driver's seat, twist the ignition, and turn on the radio. Through the static, I can faintly hear, "Welcome to Night Drive on WNOS with Sammy Lee, keeping you company till midnight." Looking out into the dusk, I drive east, even though the setting sun will glare into my rearview mirror. Last week, I drove out of town to the west, and north, and south. East is all that's left. Sammy Lee puts on Honky Tonk Angel. Evidently, he plays the old stuff, the good stuff, some might say. As best I can hear, the ads are for a tire store and a feed store. Family names, not cities where they're located. So far, Sammy Lee hasn't mentioned where he is, where the radio station is, even what state he's broadcasting from. My state borders on 2 others just miles away. His voice pops and crackles and goes in and out as the road curves my pickup in and out of range. I could call the station if I knew where it was, but if I knew where it was, I wouldn't need to call it. Sammy Lee has what they call a honey voice. Him saying Big Balls in Cowtown is coming in loud and clear. I must be getting closer. Maybe tonight's the night. The night I'll have the answer to my questions. Really just the one big one. A year back, the same thing happened. That time it almost took me 6 months to solve the radio riddle, but then Jack worked days, took the pickup to work, so I just had the weekends to drive around while he slept. If tonight's the night, this time it only took a couple of weeks. Him working nights made all the difference. After driving through a couple of small burgs, I'm on the outskirts of a town with a Walmart and a Dixie dog. And there's a tanning salon and a nail place. Sammy Lee sounds like he could be sitting in my passenger seat talking to me. Now I spot a billboard for WNOS and I can see what Sammy Lee looks like. Nothing like he sounds. He's bald and wears suspenders. And I know where I am. And why. She must have moved here after I found her 6 months ago. Regina's her name. Can you tell me why a man would leave a radio signal clue for me to find? And for the last prompt, why is meatloaf? Well, I can tell you why. You want to hear about why? Hello, viewers. This is Happy Rockefeller of the Rockefellers coming to you from the Governor's Mansion in Albany, New York, where I reside as First Lady of the state of the nation. Today we start with a question from one of our viewers. Why is meatloaf? From the grammar, I'm guessing that our viewer is from the western, more sparsely populated part of our state, but I'll answer the question, or what I think is the question anyways. Leftovers is why meatloaf. Yes, if you see meatloaf on a restaurant menu, that means it's Friday, and there'll be fish sticks there too. Meatloaf on Friday is made up of everything not served and paid for during the week. That meat, you have no idea. Chuck roast, hamburger, pig cheeks, whatever. With enough spices and a couple of onions, a good cook can camouflage anything and have money left over for 2 filet mignons for his Saturday night date without the restaurant's owner finding out. But hear me now. In the right hands, meatloaf can become a banquet entree. Hell, I've served it to kings and queens. And American presidents, which my husband might be one day, and by golly, I'll serve it in the White House. To prove this dish is regal fare, I'll share my recipe. We'll start with 85% lean ground beef and pork sausage. You see the sausage already adds some spice. And we add dairy products because the farmers are my husband's best supporters. They don't have cash as well as eggs and cheese, so we'll use cottage cheese and sour cream. And, like Adam and Eve, everything gets better in twos. See that so far? Well, we'll need 2 onions. There's some other stuff. Send an address, a stamped envelope to the TV station for the full recipe. Stuff like chili sauce and Dijon mustard. 2 large eggs. What did I tell you about twos? Noah was right. So you put all these ingredients in a bowl and squish them together with your hands. Squish and squish. It's so much fun. I have to remind myself to stop and mold it into a love shape. Put it on a broiler pan and pat it. It feels like a baby's butt, so I pat it for longer than I need to. Anyway, stick it in the oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour. Do not pour ketchup on top. When the cooking is done, have your maid serve it with potatoes au gratin and green beans julienne and red wine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, should explain why is meatloaf. While Jeanette is walking up here, the nonprofit that I want to talk about briefly is Tennessee Stage Company for 2 reasons. The first complete reason is it brings Shakespeare to the general population. It makes it very accessible for children and families of all ages, and they can all share a show and just bond with each other and have a picnic at Iams. Iams is beautiful. Go have a picnic. Anyway. And the selfish reason is because they were the first theater company in town to give me a chance, and that is why I'm acting here today.
My cause is one that has 65 injunctions in court against an overreaching power, the ACLU.
Dane and Jeanette, great job. By the way, I don't know if anybody else knows, I have left this on the entire time. I forgot this menu turned on.
That's why I feel submitted here.
There we go. I don't even know how to turn it off. I think I turned it up. I think I turned it off. All right. So, I very much appreciate everybody being here. This is mostly the conclusion of 4 Steps Forward here. Before we really conclude here, though, I would like to, first of all, ask all of the actors to come back on stage, if you would. Come on up, come on up. For all of the actors, I've got a little gift. It's not a big gift, it's a little gift. Early May, we had free comic book day in the nation. And your boy Harrison has some free comics. Here we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Great job, great job. Also, if I can have all the writers come up, please. As part of Free Comic Book Day, I can't just take the free books without at least getting some graphic novels that were on sale. So super cheap graphic novels. Don't even look, just there you go. Yes, here we go. Who else? There, you need a graphic novel. Here we go. Hey, here we go. Yeah, you need that one. There we go. That's right. Oh, you got two? No cheese. There we go. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. Last certainly not least here. There we go. And I got a Superman 100 project. I'm going to throw this out to the crowd in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give everybody one more hand? I'll have everybody over here like to take maybe 5 minutes, maybe not even that. We'll see. I just want to check in with you, the audience. What are you taking away from an event like this today? What did you notice? What did you remember? What's important to you? Just shout some stuff out. We're here.
Diversity.
Diversity. Thank you. What else? You can have one-word thoughts. You can have full-sentence thoughts. Whatever you like.
East Tennessee is full of talent. We need to get out.
That's right. That's right. He says he's got it going on. What else? Imagination. Thank you. What else?
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Yeah. Entertaining today. I think y'all are entertaining. Yes. What was that? I'm sorry.
Annual events.
Annual event. The pressure. The pressure. No, did everybody enjoy themselves though?
I
I'm so glad you had a lot of fun with it. I hope you got everything you wanted out of Wise Nico's. Anybody else want to shout anything else out? I'm starting to hear quiet talk instead of loud talk. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for being a part of this. I'd like to get a photo of us all together before we bust into the lobby. We do have food and drinks in the lobby. The next event will be beginning at 5 o'clock as the second part of this double feature. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.